Hello everyone, welcome back to the another session on arrays. In the previous video we were discussed about array, what is an array, initialization and declaration. And this video will cover about operations of arrays. What operations we can do using of array, that are insertion, deletion, sorting, searching and traversal. Okay, and let's see the example. So I have taken this int a of 50. Now a is my array name, 50 as the maximum size of elements what are going to place in this array. All these 50 elements are belongs to integer data type. For a traditional computer, integer will take, the memory manager will take 2 bytes, right? For a typical computer, integer will take 4 bytes. So I'm taking the example of this 4 bytes. Now, so 50 is the maximum size, 4 is the memory which is required for each element. So 50 into 4 bytes will be 200. So memory manager will be allocate 200 space to store this elements, right? So now I'm taking a random size which is 5. The maximum size is 50, but I'm taking a random size 5. Now when the size is 5, I'm giving these elements, right? Now what is this a of 0? A is an array, 0 is the location, I mean the index a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, a of 4. So the remaining places will be empty. Now look at this, up to 49. As we started from 0, array will go till 49. Now as we have only 5 elements, only 5 elements will get placed into the array, but memory will be given to all this 50. Keep in mind this, all the 50 locations are given to store your integer numbers. But as I specified only 5 elements to take place, for only 5 values will take place, but memory will be for 50. Right, now look at this. So now I'm taking the example that the first index memory is 100. The second will be 104 because 4 bytes is required to store each element. So hence the locations will be like this. We'll start with 100, will goes to 116. Right. Now let's see how we can perform these operations. Okay. Now let's see first of all traversal. What do you mean by this traversal? What do you mean by this traversal? Traversal means visiting each index of an array and will display. We'll be visiting or accessing each index of an array and we will display. Now I'm taking the example of a small program. Int is my data type, I is my variable, a of 50 is my array, size is my variable. Now the size is the size what I wanted to define. The maximum is 50, so this size should be always from 0 to 50. It should not cross 50. Okay, as this is the maximum size. Now enter size of an array. Here in the place of size, we can give any number in between of this range. Right, now I told you that I am taking the example of 5. So my size is 5. I is equal to 0. So initially, in beginning, I value is 0. I less than size. Size is what? 5. 0 less than 5. Condition true. When condition is true, we'll place one value. Which is the value here? Now 6. I have entered 6. Now where this 6 will place? At I is equal to 0. At I is equal to 0. That's what we wrote here, a of I. Look at this, a of I. When I is 0, that is a of 0, I entered 6 value. Now again we'll go to updation, because for loop execution scenario is initialization will take place first, condition will take place second, then if it is true we'll come to the following statement. After we completed this, we'll go to updation. So this 1, 2, 3, 4. This is what the execution scenario of for loop. Now I plus plus. I value will be incremented by 1. Hence I is equal to 1. 1 less than again 5 because the maximum size I entered as 5. I less than 5 means condition true will come to here. Now I equal to 1, right? A of 1. So I entered 2. Again I plus plus. This time I is equal to 2. I entered 4. Again I plus plus. I value I entered 5. Again I plus plus. I entered 8. Again I plus plus. This time I value become 5. 5 less than 5 condition fail. When condition fail, loop will not enter into this statement, hence it will come out. Now what is there here? This is accessing traversal, accessing the array elements. How we can access? Again we have to visit each index to display. So here scanf means we'll put some element inside. We'll put the element inside. What do you mean by traversal? We will access by visiting each location. So if you look at these three statements, printf, for loop, scanf is for reading the element into an array. Again printf, for loop, printf. This is for display. This is for display. Printf means display. Scanf means we are putting inside. Printf means we are accessing outside. So this is simple traversal which is accessing of array elements which are available in each index. Okay. Now let's talk about the insertion. Let's talk about the insertion. Right. Now let me give you an example. Most of us are having an experience of standing standing in front of a queue, a counter. Assume that this is any counter, a film movie counter or any counter. Now here this counter wala wanted to issue some tickets to the one who was standing in front of it. So assume that there are people who are standing. 1, 2, 3. Now look at this. Those are 3 people who standed before of some counter. Right. Now here when this counter person will issue a ticket to him, where he'll go? After he took this ticket, he will no more stand here. He left this place. Am I right? When this place will be empty, who will go to this place? The second person will come to the first place, right? So when it will be goes out of the picture, second person will move to this direction. Third person will move to the second place. And if any fourth person, he'll come to this side. Yes? So this is what? Deletion. Deletion means what? So elements will move to the left side. Now, so I'll take one more example.